Hey guys, it's the Bat. I'm back again for another comic book haul and video. Been busy. I'm working almost 7 days a week, and it's just been really rough, especially when you work so much where you can't tell what day it is or whatever. But in between that time, I did find some time to go pick up some comic books. We had a little problem over on the East Coast, or well, basically Baltimore area. I don't know how far it's spread, but one of the trucks that I guess that delivered the comic books, actually one of the whatever, it got caught in an accident, and a lot of the comic books got destroyed. So a lot of the shops did not have their Marvel, and I think it was Independent, or it might have been DC. But I go to a lot of different shops, so I ended up finding quite a bit of books. But yeah, I did notice in a lot of the comic shops that they had signs up, no DC, no Marvel or Independence this week. They had to reorder or whatever the books, and they'll come in possibly the week after next or whatever. But yeah, it happens. Things happen. But I went shopping, found some dollar books and some good bargains, so to say, and some books that I've been holding them in the back of my mind that if I ever saw them and I saw them at the right price, I would get. So let's get into the video. This book here, these are okay. This first set of books I'm going to show are all dollar books. When this book came out, I just didn't want no parts of it. I thought it was ugly. I thought it didn't make any sense to me. I just was like, man, didn't we just come off of something like this with DC um, Heroes, where they had like coincided with some dolls that looked like weird looking animals or whatever. But I just couldn't get with it, especially Superman. I'm looking at him and I'm like, what is it? I know this supposed to be some type of dinosaur or whatever, but I don't know. But for $1, I said I better get it. And issue number one. So I did the unthinkable. I went and picked up two of them. Uh, Monkey Prince. Another book that I do have this issue one. And I picked up another issue one. I'm not really fascinated with this either. It's just a little too far over for me to for my taste. Even though that issue number 10 is supposed to be real pricey right now because I guess it's an introduction of a new villain or whatever, but I don't know. It's just not my cup of tea. World's Finest for $1, I'll definitely pick it up. Mark Waid, Dan Moore art, very good story. Robin Annual 2021, which was pretty good. Peacemaker Disturbing the Peace #1, prestige format comic. Superman War World Apocalypse, #1. I like that cover. It's a throwback. To me, it's like a throwback to the artist, the Frazettas, the Boris type artist. It looks almost like a Boris painting, actually, but it's not. I'm trying to read the person's name. Steve Beach, which is a really nice cover. Got this for $1. Dealing with the Guardians of the Galaxy and Korvac. Basically, just for that. A lot of these dollar books I picked up, the reason I got them because they were $1. This Cyclone from the Black Adam photo cover. This was kind of intriguing because I thought I picked up the same book at first till I actually picked it up and put it down and saw the other one. I'm like, okay, I get it now. This is Deathstroke Incorporated 2, the variant. And then here's the issue after that, #3. As you can see, it's like almost like an action variant, which is kind of cool. So I'll grab them two up for $1. This one store that I go to, man, they have so many variants that are $1. I mean, oodles and oodles of dollar variants. And I mean, I can understand because a lot of these variants aren't really going to go anywhere, but you never know. You just never know. Iron Fist number 3, Gambit number 2 in his Hellfire gala costume, Carnage number 1, and Fantastic Four Life Story, the 60s, number 1, and the 70s, number 2. All right, these books are not dollar books, but they're not too far from it. I picked this up because it was a new newsstand, Catwoman number 12, which got a good rendition of what you call him, Azrael Batman or whatever you want to call him. That costume, for real, was the most. I just couldn't see how it was functional. I mean, the razors on the legs and the arms, the fingers, you couldn't really. I mean, you couldn't really grasp anything like anything. I don't know, but I mean, the aesthetic of it, I guess it just looked cool. That's what people really like. I found this Embrace with a Carmen Electra rendition. Well, it is Carmen Electra, issue number 1, and it says it's the NC-17 edition. And I did flip through it. It's got some bits and parts in it that shouldn't be seen by kids. Picked up the Star Wars number 20, first appearance of I can't even say his last name. Just Wookiee here, which was pretty good for the price I paid for it. Man, I was so happy I saw this book, and it's a newsstand. Rocko's Modern Life, issue number 1. Man, I was so happy to get this book. The cartoon was basically in my kids' childhood realm. They used to watch Rocko's Modern Life all the time. And I do like collecting all those old cartoon books and old video game related comic books and stuff. So this one will fit right in with my collection. Gen 13 active. Great Campbell cover. This is what I've been looking for in the back of my mind for the longest time. The second printings of Savage Avengers. And even more so now that Conan is no longer in the Marvel realm, these books should be, well, I don't know if they'll gain any value or not, because Conan was basically an Avenger, but they can't use him anymore. They can't even mention him anymore. I guess they're going to make it so that they all have a memory lapse when it comes to Conan, because they can't use him anymore. So I found the second printing for number 1 and the second printing for number 3, which is really cool. That's a great looking Conan cover. Definitely love this one. I like the show. Superman and Lois. That's a great cover, even though the kid down at the bottom is no longer playing the other Kent's son. It's still a good show. I hope they keep it, but I think it's on a chopping block. And I think what's going to do it in is how much it costs per episode to make. It's not cheap compared to the other show, the Gotham show, which I even like that. At first, I was kind of negative to it because I couldn't, I guess I had a preconceived notion of it by listening to everybody else talk about the show. But I actually sat down and watched it, and I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. The Batman that died actually should have died. He looked about as dorky as you can get. He looked like he was I don't know, an amateur Batman. But the story is basically a totally different Batman. No Dick Grayson, no Jason Todd, I don't even think Alfred was in the picture on this one. It was Batman, and he had a new adopted son. And he was killed. His son has basically been framed for the killing of Batman. Everybody knows Bruce Wayne is Batman. And the son goes and meets all these other different. Well, there was one Robin, a female, but I don't think, if I remember correctly, I don't know if they called her Robin, but I think she did say she was Robin. But they all end up banding together and becoming Gotham Knights, whatever you want to call it. But it's an okay show. But if it comes down to these two shows and one I'm getting chopped, Gotham's got to go. This Superman show is a keeper. I really, really like it. And because of the Guardians of the Galaxy movie at the end, and they were saying that Return of the Legendary Star-Lord, I did pick up the photocopy of variant of the Legendary Star-Lord. Okay. Picked this one up. I was intrigued by the artist. This is Sergio Aragonés cover for Star Wars #2, and he's normally with Gru the Wanderer and Mad Magazine type of artist. Does a lot of the funnier stuff, but I definitely picked that up just for that. Now I'm into well, not yet. Okay, here's the last book that I saw that was I had to grab. This is the book that you get at the movies for Shazam! Fury of the Gods. It's in pretty good shape, really good shape. It's got a problem at the tip corner right there, but other than that, it's a beautiful copy, and I was glad to have it because I didn't see any of them when I went to the movies. I guess I don't know, but I didn't see it, but I was glad to get it. Now on to the normal or regular books that did come out, variants and regular books. I guess all these are basically them. The Neighbors. This was basically a variant cover by. I really like this cover. I think it's really well done for issue #3 of The Neighbors. Justice Society of America #4 with the Thunderbolt cover. I like that one. Jenny Friesen's Harley Quinn #30. Pick that one up. This Raza Wonder Woman 799 is beautiful. That is a beautiful rendered piece. I mean, he uses basically orange and yellows and browns to do the whole picture. I mean, it's beautiful. It's I mean, it's just I can't even describe how he did that with the lighting, and it's just a perfect Wonder Woman. It's just beautiful, beautiful. Fantastic Four. I picked this one up. At first, I didn't pick it up, and I thought about it, and I said I better go back and get this book. But it's the wraparound cover that has, I guess, basically anybody who's anybody that appeared in the Fantastic Four on there. And it's got a lot of characters on there. Whoever drew this, I know they got finger cramps. The art germ for Storm #1, beautiful. That's a beautiful rendered Storm. I picked up Extreme Venomverse, the variant for #2. Extreme Venomverse #2, the Inhyuk Lee variant, which is that's fantastic. And finally, I got the 1 in 25 Storm on the motorcycle. And I picked up quite a bit of other books, but I'm not gonna go into all those books because, like I said, right now I'm just going through something, trying to put all these books away and categorize them, and it's in between work and that. It's been pretty tedious, but once again, I thank all guys for stopping by. Those who watched the whole video, I thank you. And y'all guys be well in this turbulent world that we live in right now. It's like everything is going off the rails to a point, but I mean, just hang on, just hang on. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.